What's up, guys? I'm Matt. This is my first video I'm making. Tell you guys a little bit about what my channel is about and who I'm specifically targeting to help. So over the past couple of years, it's 2018 now, so starting in 2015 actually, I started making a seminar, self-help seminar for people in any industry really, but I titled it Influential Communication. And the purpose of the seminar and the purpose of me doing it was to help out. So for years I had been very successful in the building inspection industry, doing probably 20 to 25 times the industry average. And I realized it wasn't ever because of my ability to do building inspections very well. It was because of my ability to communicate with people and to build trusting relationships. So it had nothing to do with any of my abilities, but everything to do with how I connected with people. It's a bit ironic that I'm starting to make videos. I just got back on social media. I never believed in any of this stuff. I didn't need it because I believe face-to-face communication is ultimately what's going to get you to where you need to be. I believe something like this just develops rapport and affirmation. However, I can't travel all around the world and knock on everybody's door, so this is the next best thing to kind of get some of my message out and allow people to experience the same things I have experienced, and be able to help people. So I did this in order to help people. I realized that it was never my qualifications that were getting me business, and actually I was taking business away from people who were more qualified than me. So the secret sauce really was my ability to communicate with people and what to do. So I kind of figured out why I was good at getting these things done, and why I was able to communicate effectively with people. So I read some different books, watched some seminars, went to some seminars on my own, and really rounded off my skills on how to do this. So the title of it is Influential Communication, and it focuses strictly on how to communicate effectively with people. So it'll help you in everyday life. It'll help you with your marriage. It'll help you with your friendships. It'll help you get along with your neighbor. But most importantly, I'll most likely focus on just business aspects of it, and specifically, like I said, the building inspection industry. So this will help you create more allies, make people believe what you want to believe. We have a lot of limited buying beliefs out there in the world. So when somebody's trying to sell you something, which everybody is these days, you put up all these barriers and you build a wall up around you. And we can't communicate effectively. So this helps you bypass that. It allows you to get to into somebody's subconscious mind. It develops rapport. It makes people want to trust you and work with you. And it's very effective. So it'll help you also develop leadership skills. A lot of people, they want to be entrepreneurs, which is a loosely used term now. Everybody's an entrepreneur, right? Everybody who has a YouTube channel thinks they're an entrepreneur. And the fact is, 100% of all your clients, customers, and employees are people. So if you don't understand how to deal with people, you don't understand business. So you really can't call yourself an entrepreneur. So to me, a very successful entrepreneur is somebody who understands people, because ultimately that's how you're going to get things done, right? You're going to make people want to buy your products or use your products or use your services. And if you can't make people trust you or want to work with you, then you're not going to be very successful in any business that you are in. So leadership is very important, and leadership is ultimately how we get things done. Society, we're society built on cultures. So everybody wants to be a part of something. So it's human nature to want to be part of a culture or a society out there, no matter what it is. If you're in a Harley Davidson bike organization, or if you're on a swim team or a part of a tennis club, no matter what it is, we're all seeking that. So we utilize these influential communication tools in order to better qualify people who are just like us and want to work with us. For instance, people who are part of networking groups may only want to work with other people from their networking group or within their own social parameters, such as a church. So we're more apt to help people that we have already developed trust with, and we're already part of a culture or society with. Um, we don't really have to have much in common other than having that culture in common with them, and we'll automatically have some sort of rapport and some sort of trust with that person. So, for instance, if you're part of a yacht club and there's a sign up for somebody that mows lawns and they're also part of the yacht club, you may not know that person, but because they are part of a society or a culture that you're a part of, you will trust them more rather than somebody who's just handing out cards, say at your local supermarket. So that's what this really builds up to. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and in my career, and the biggest one I had was I never really qualified anybody. I was so good at communicating with people. I was somebody different everywhere I went, and it became exhausting. And I was lying to myself, and I was creating a persona for myself that wasn't really true, and people thought it was true. So I was a chameleon everywhere I went. I was somebody different because I was really good at getting through to people, making them trust and believe me. And that was a big mistake. I should have never done that. I never hurt anybody or did anything really bad because of that, but I wasn't who they thought they were, and it ended up coming out, however long down the road. And I don't want to say they have a disdain for me, but they kind of knew you're not one of us. You're not like me. So now I qualify people when I am looking to do business to business with somebody, and once I qualify them, then we make a match and we know we're just like each other. So I don't want to work with anybody who isn't like me, because what ends up happening is it ends up changing you as a person. So definitely don't want to do that. But influential communication is highly, highly, highly effective. It's very effective. It's very similar programs and things that they're used in Wall Street to train these guys who do cold calling, and they're making six figures, just being lazy. The military uses a lot of these examples, of the United States military in particular, and they're a juggernaut. They are the real deal, and nothing's really going to stop them. But it's because they develop a bond and trust with one another, and they learn how to work together effectively through communication. So that's what influential communication is really about, and that's where it has stemmed from. And I am looking to help educate people, like I said, specifically in the building industry, in the inspection. So home inspector, commercial inspector, I did both. That's where my focus and goals are, because I realized there are a lot of very well qualified people out there to do a very good job in the home inspection industry, and they're not being hired. Their services are not being taken into account. Instead, third-party referral sources such as mortgage lenders and real estate agents are responsible for referring home inspectors. And if you don't know how to have that communication with some of these people, it will be detrimental to your business, depending on how many you want to do a year. If you're looking to do 200, 300 inspections a year, you will without a doubt have to rely on third-party referral sources such as real estate agents and mortgage brokers and real estate attorneys. So that's what this will focus on, and that's specifically how to do that, and in turn really up the standards of the industry is what I'm looking to do as well. The industry, I think, is lacking some serious professionalism. It seems like something a lot of people are going to make a quick dollar, which is fine. I think there's enough room for everybody. There's a market for good home inspectors, but it's not being taken very seriously. And the people who can provide the best service out there, I don't think are being taken serious as well, because of some of these people that are coming into the industry and using it as something to supplement their income or make an extra $1,000 a month or whatever. So there is good money in the industry, and it allows you, severe flexibility in your schedule. It's almost a dream job. That's what I think attracts a lot of people to it. But I think the big mystery is, how do you get business? How do you do it? How do you get to the next level? And with my influential communication and with these videos I'm going to be doing here on YouTube and with some Facebook Live, I really want to help the industry grow. And most importantly, I want to help maintain a level of professionalism in the industry. A lot of professional organizations are going by the wayside, For instance, the first thing I did when I became a home inspector was I joined the American Society of Home Inspectors, which is a professional organization. And their numbers are diminishing. There are only 8,000 inspectors nationwide, which really isn't a lot. It's about 150 per state if you average it out, and the amount of home inspectors in each state, it well exceeds 150. So as you can see, belonging to professional organizations, I don't think is becoming as important. Again, that's a sign and a lack of professionalism. It's becoming greedy. Inspectors are competing with one another, and I never looked at it like that. I never thought I was competing with somebody else. I figured we all had something to gain here, and we were all on the same page, and it was us versus everybody else, and we helped each other get better. And when you do that, when you create a really strong society and a really strong culture where everybody can be really good at what they do, the people that are coming in to do only a couple of months that don't want to take it serious, they will either have to take it serious or they won't survive. They say only the strong survive. However, I don't think that's really what's happening. I think it's whoever is coming into the industry and has a leg up because they know somebody who could be a third-party referral source, or they are really well at talking to somebody. They're a good salesman at selling themselves. They are taking business from more qualified individuals. So that's really my main goal, is to keep the professionalism alive in the field. As you can see, there are diminishing numbers with professional organizations, and there are more home inspectors increasing day to day. So that's my contribution to this culture and this society, and that's really where I would like to focus and what I would like to do. So I look forward to helping everybody out and bringing some people aboard and talking about different issues that can help everybody in the home inspection community and make it what it was 10, 15 years ago.